Hey guys, and welcome to the channel, Driving Addiction. Or, I don't know, maybe I'll change the name, who knows. But regardless, welcome to the channel. So I've started making videos a couple years ago during the pandemic. And I've always been wanting to kind of try something different aside from just, working in corporate America. So that's kind of why I've been trying to experiment with some different side hustles, and I'm gonna see how this one plays out, because I do really enjoy driving, and I do enjoy just speaking my mind, and I'm hoping people will also enjoy watching me drive and also watching me talk about my life. So that's kind of the plan, and I think for the longest time, I've kind of been hesitant to really try it, but there's really no reason to not try things and see where they go. I'm currently 28, and I've been thinking about this for probably 3-4 years, and never really got the push to try to do something about it. But last week, I don't know, something just kind of clicked in my brain, and I was like, you know what? Just try it, right? Why not? And so that's kind of my plan, is to, commit to this, upload maybe weekly, maybe even more frequently, and kind of see where things go with it. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It's not really that big of a deal. I actually just bought this camera that I'm using right now from Best Buy. It was about $250. It's a DJI Action 4. If there's a better camera that I should be using, definitely please let me know in the comments. And I'm currently using the microphone in the camera as well, so the audio might not be the best, but I'll see how it plays out. And ultimately, I'll decide if I want to invest in a better microphone and also potentially a camera. So, long story short, I am trying something new and seeing where it takes me. So kind of a bit about myself. I currently live in Los Angeles, and I'm currently going to Koreatown to get some groceries. And in terms of what I do for work, I currently work in corporate finance at a corporation, very much a 9-to-5 office job, and it's a little bit soul-sucking, and I'm sure a lot of people also relate to that. And so I've just desperately been trying to think of what to do with my life, and I've just been trying to think about the things that I really enjoy doing, and how I could potentially turn it into maybe a revenue generating thing. I'm not sure if maybe they got into a car crash. Looks like they might have. So in terms of what I enjoy doing, I really enjoy creating things. With I think with a lot of office jobs, I think the difficulty is that you're not really creating stuff. You're kind of just making PowerPoints, making Excel spreadsheets. And I think the tough part is you don't really know what your impact is. Whereas when you create something, it's very in your face, right? You created this with your mind, with your own two hands, and I think that is very fulfilling and very satisfying. So in addition to that, I also love to drive. That's probably why I fit into Los Angeles very well, because you can't. It's a little bit tough living in Los Angeles without at least kind of liking to drive. Otherwise, you're just gonna hate your life. As you can see right now, on a Saturday afternoon, trying to go to Koreatown, there is a decent amount of traffic. I've definitely seen worse, but this is, not the worst traffic I've seen, but also, this obviously isn't ideal. So I really enjoy driving, and I really enjoy watching these type of POV driving videos. And so, I thought to myself, why not try myself, right? Give it a shot. So here I am recording my drive to the grocery store. And I guess I'll talk a little bit also about the car that I'm driving. So this is a 2019 Honda Civic Sport hatchback. So I bought this car brand new back in 2019. I bought it, I believe, in September. And so I've had this car for about 6 years, and I'll probably make another video kind of talking about a little bit more about my experience with this car. But overall, this car has really been a fantastic car for me. So I bought it new for $23,500. That includes title, tax, whatever. So at the time, I didn't realize this, but at the time, you know, of course, what a steal for a new car. If you look at new car prices today, you know, you can get a new Honda Civic for like $28,000 before tax. So, man, inflation is really doing a number on us. So, anyway, bought the car for $23,500, and the car has really been problem-free for the most part, knock on wood. I've just been doing the regular oil changes, cabin air filter changes, etc. Just the very basic, cheap stuff. And this car has been a joy to own. I also actually tuned this car too, which I'll talk about in a later video. But one thing that this is a little bit silly, but whenever I look at my car, I get a little bit of joy because, you know, when I see the car, I just think about how this car has really helped me create and generate the wealth that I have today. Not to say that I'm super wealthy right now or anything, but, you know, I do feel very financially comfortable, and I think that's in part sort of because of this car. So, you know, if you really think about it, I'm getting great gas mileage on this car. You know, I need this car to get to work, and that's where, you know, work is where I generate most of my revenue, is how I'm able to build my wealth. So this car safely and reliably takes me to that area, to that place where I can generate revenue. And in terms of the depreciation of this car, it has been pretty fantastic. So, like I said, I bought the car for $23,500, and I recently checked on Carvana, and I could sell this car for about $16,000 or $17,000. And so, you know, if you do the math, you know, over the span of 6 years, I think the depreciation is about, I forget the exact number, like maybe $1,500 or $2,000 a year, which is incredible if you think about other cars like a Tesla or, you know, BMW. You know, I think your depreciation is going to be closer to like $3,000 or $4,000. So, and in addition to that, you know, BMWs are quite expensive to maintain, whereas this, you know, the maintenance on this guy has been like maybe like $200 a year. So just ridiculously low. And I think because of that, I've really been able to save up a ton of money and just invest it in the stock market, which I would also like to talk about in a separate video. But yeah, so that's kind of my car in a nutshell, why I love it. And yeah, and I think really kind of the point of these videos is just going to be, you know, kind of just maybe a stream of consciousness, me kind of just talking, and hopefully talking about interesting things, whether it's current events, whether it's tips and tricks that I've learned throughout life, you know, or maybe tips on, you know, what type of car people should get, what cars I like, what cars I don't like, etc. I don't know, my brain is kind of blanking right now, but I'm hoping that, you know, I'll be able to come up with some pretty interesting topics to talk about. I feel like I do have a lot to say, so I think, you know, I think this will be a fun journey, and I hope that there are people out there that are interested in watching it. So that's pretty much it. I think I'm gonna maybe just sit in silence for a bit and let you guys just enjoy the sound of the road, the sound of just being in traffic. Some people like it, some people hate it. I'm hoping that this video goes, attracts the people that do enjoy just the sound of being in a car. I will say, this head strap that I am wearing is quite uncomfortable. So I do think I will also look into other ways where I can record with this camera, because it's been about 10 minutes and my forehead is very uncomfortable. So I think one thing I could do is I can attach a mount on the headrest and have it stick out, and I'll be able to record kind of like, so I guess the camera length, the camera height will be slightly above my shoulder, and I think that would actually create a really good angle, and it won't, make my head uncomfortable. So I'm gonna look into that and see how it goes. I think another video I'll also make is a video about Los Angeles. I'm sure there's a lot of people curious about what it's like to live in Los Angeles. I've lived in Los Angeles for about 3 or 4 years, give or take, and I love it. And I think I have a lot to share about what I like about it, what I don't like about it. So I'll probably make another video on that. But in a nutshell, man, I really do love LA. I love seeing these palm trees. Even though we're just on some random highway, I love seeing the palm trees. It makes me happy. And of course, the sun's out. It's a great day. Traffic can't ruin this for me. I still love being in LA. So this car does have adaptive cruise control, and it also has lane keep assist. Man, those motorcycles are loud. So with those two combined, it does make a very great driving aid, especially when you're doing long journeys. You're driving 4 or 5 hours on a road trip. This car can keep you in your lane and also follow the car in front of you. And I think that is pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool that it was completely free. I didn't have to pay extra for it, and on a car that is 6 years old, I think that's pretty awesome. Yeah, I think eventually I would like to upgrade my car. I don't know what yet. Not sure what yet, but I do really like cars, and it's been 6 years. This car's been fantastic, but I would like to try something different. So that's kind of where I'm coming from. And hopefully I will be in a position where I can get myself something fun. Or luxurious. I feel like I'm always bouncing around between the two, whether I want a very luxurious car or whether I want a very fun, fast, sporty car. So I've been kind of thinking, I think Teslas are pretty fun. They're not very luxurious, but I do think they're very fun. And for me, I'm a simple person. I really like the acceleration. So it's hard to beat a Tesla in terms of acceleration. So that's kind of where I'm at. And if I were to go full luxury, I would probably just get something practical like a Lexus. Yeah, and of course used. I think I'll always be buying used, unless I buy another new Civic. But I think as I get older and am more aware of my finances, I can't really justify buying a new car. Okay, so we are in Koreatown now, and I don't know if you can see if the camera captures this, but up ahead, that's the Hollywood sign. And it's just, every time I see it, man, it's great. I love seeing the Hollywood sign. It brings me great joy. It reminds me that I am in the beautiful Los Angeles. So for those who are not aware, Koreatown is a very, very big neighborhood in Los Angeles. And, you know, of course, there's a lot of Korean restaurants there. But I like to go there because they have a lot of Asian supermarkets. And for me, going to an Asian supermarket is just so fun. I love being able to see all the knickknacks that they have. It's very exciting. So I do enjoy walking around an Asian supermarket. But specifically, I'm not just going for fun. I do need groceries for the week. So that is what I'll be doing. And yeah. It's gonna make this yellow. Nice. So the road here is a lot bumpier, of course, than on the freeway. So I am kind of curious to see how the stabilization on this camera will handle it. I assume it will handle it perfectly fine, but yeah. This is my first time using the camera, so I'm hoping this video turns out well. I have no idea if I'm even capturing the right angle, honestly. But this is going to be a learning experience for me. And, you know, hopefully, you know, I think this is going to be the worst video yet. And hopefully it just keeps getting better and better, right? As I learn more about how to edit videos, how to film properly, the different settings on this camera. I do also wonder how many people are looking at me. How many people are just seeing some dude with a camera on his forehead. I am kind of curious about that. Okay, well, this is the annoying traffic that people complain about in LA. So I'm sure this is not great content right now, but it is what it is. This is life. Not everything can be super fun or exciting. But speaking of fun and exciting, I would like to make a video with some more scenic drives. So I'll probably head up to Angeles Crest Highway, do some fun driving there. Hopefully get some good shots for you guys. The traffic has finally calmed down. So now we are finally moving. I did stop recording when the traffic got a little bit bad, just because I was like, this is gonna be super boring. People are not gonna want to watch this. But now that we're kind of moving along, I have started recording again. But I'm hoping the angle is right on this. This would be very sad if I find out that the angle is wrong and I've just been recording for no reason. Man, these traffic lights are killing me. We got another one here. well, I would like to thank you guys for watching, and I am going to end this video now, and I hope you guys tune in next time for Traffic Talk. I think I'm going to call these series Traffic Talk. So hope to see you guys on the next episode of Traffic Talk.